In this diagram here of the infinity loop, we at Atlassian consider DevOps as a complete software development lifecycle. Each phase flows into the other, breaking through silos and informing key stakeholders along the way. Now let's understand each of these phases. At the plan phase, DevOps teams consider Confluence to be a terrific product that can collect and organize customer feedback or list requirements. Teams can then export these into Jira software issues in one click and start tracking the progress of stories and epics in their software project. Next, in the build phase, teams can use Jira software to create branches in Bitbucket for each feature. When developers create a pull request or code review to flag code for the team's attention in Bitbucket, it automatically updates the related Jira software issues status. Moving on to continuous integration. At this phase, teams can tie automated builds, tests, and deployments together. And teams can deploy faster and prevent "it works on my machine" mentality, thanks to continuous delivery with Bamboo and its AWS code deploy and Docker capabilities. Teams can also get full visibility on branches, builds, pull requests, and deployment warnings in Jira Software Release Hub. So once teams have reached the operate phase, code has been deployed into production. Teams can track and resolve incidents faster with Jira Service Desk. There's a complete traceability from Jira Service Desk changes and incidents to Jira software tickets. Teams can even manage runbooks, knowledge base articles, and any related documentation in Confluence. And finally, continuous feedback to software development teams is taken care of with Jira Service Desk requests. At every step, your teams can use HipChat to collaborate in real time, swarm on incidents wherever they are, via desktop, mobile, and wearable apps. Now let's understand the full DevOps approach using the Atlassian toolset with a demo. This demo is based off of our Bitbucket Cloud Teams workflow, but applied to a fictional DevOps team working on the Teams in Space project. We'll look at how the team handles an incident. In this case, their web application starts to experience some performance trouble. Ops and Dev will swarm on the issue, identify a temporary and permanent fix, then implement and release the change. Throughout the demo, take notice of how the tools enable the team to implement DevOps practices, including open communication, automation, and visibility. So now meet Sam, our Ops engineer. He's in charge of supported the live Teams in Space app. Sam heads into work one morning and starts catching up on things that happened while he was out. Shortly after his first cup of coffee, notifications start rolling in. Something is wrong with the application cluster supporting the Teams in Space app. In this case, PagerDuty pings the HipChat room. Sam and team quickly realize this will take some work, so he goes to log a service desk ticket to track progress. He creates the hotfix ticket in JSD. Once the ticket is created, it pings the Teams in Space development HipChat room. Sally, a developer, sees the ticket and hops into the related HC room to help. The HipChat mobile app can also inform developers instantly. The Ops and Dev teams are working together to find the root cause and identify a fix. Two things happen at once. The Ops team updates status page, or they have their external monitoring system do it automatically, and they search through their knowledge base for a quick solution. The team identifies a quick fix and adds another node to the cluster to support the increased usage. This will hold them over until the development team can fix the bug during their next sprint. So Sam brings another node into the cluster. Sally adds the bug fix to the backlog in Jira software, linking to the Jira Service Desk ticket for traceability. So now, with the issue resolved and ready to go in the backlog, the team runs a retrospective or an incident post-mortem. HipChat captures the timeline and teams can put this on the post-mortem report. Everyone involved in the incident is involved. That means Dev and Ops teams. Now at this point, The development team starts their next sprint. Sally's colleague, Jennifer, begins work on the bug fix. Using the integration between Jira Software and Bitbucket, Jennifer creates a branch. At Atlassian, and in our example, the team follows a feature branching workflow for even the smallest item of work. Once changes are made, we run builds on those branches before merging them back into the master branch. Next, development begins in Bitbucket, and once the change is ready for review, Jennifer creates a pull request. Pull requests are a vital part of the workflow. Automation through tests is a huge piece of DevOps, but so is collaboration. PRs get team members talking to share knowledge and catch bugs that made it through your CI process. If you implement one thing out of all of this, PRs should be it. Creation of the pull request automatically transitions Jennifer's JSW issue. The team approves her change, Bamboo builds are passing, and it's time to merge. With development complete, all the updates are available inside Jira Software. Complete visibility. Finally, it's time to deploy. The release manager, John, can see the status of everything in Jira Software's Release Hub. Once things are dubbed done, the release manager can deploy from Jira or directly from Bamboo. The fix is now live on production. Now, over the past few years, teams at Atlassian have been adopting the DevOps best practices I went through today. Since adopting DevOps, Atlassian has seen a large increase in the number of builds run per month, whilst keeping the size of the build engineering team about the same. Teams are also now able to deploy changes with far higher confidence and at a much greater velocity than before. Teams also have a greater sense of ownership and can move faster through software development cycles. Now, looking at the infinity loop again, you can see Atlassian does a lot, but we don't do it all. It's important to note that Atlassian products can get you most of the way there to DevOps. I'd say 70%. DevOps encapsulates a lot that we didn't mention, like containerization, orchestration, monitoring, test management, and so on. This is why we partner with key players in those areas, like Amazon, xMatters, Source Labs, Puppet, etc. So no matter what you're looking to do, it's likely Atlassian tools will have an integration available for you. In the Atlassian Marketplace, you can find integrations to your favorite tools and a wide variety of add-ons to customize your Atlassian tool suite. You will notice here that these tools perform key processes and integrate with the Atlassian tool stack to share critical information automatically. Speed through sprints by managing documents, resources and workflows directly within HipChat, Jira or Confluence. Enable automated continuous integration for your Bitbucket projects with popular CI tools. Automatically create or append Jira tickets with metadata and context from testing and monitoring solutions. Speed code deployment to a variety of hosting options with packaging, orchestration, and deployment tools. Keep everyone up to date by exposing status information at every stage in the tools you work in every day. Resolve issues sooner and provide feedback at any stage with service and alert add-ons that send information automatically to the right people. Get the right information to the right person automatically with alert tools. For example, let's say that you're running Splunk to monitor your infrastructure and there's a problem. Splunk can automatically create a Jira Service Desk issue, complete with metadata to help identify the problem. Source Labs, which automates testing, can also be used to directly create detailed Jira tickets. Then, with xMatters, resolvers will be notified based on a predefined set of rules like on-call schedules or skill set. They can be notified in multiple ways, including directly within a HIP chat room. Once the problem is resolved, you can create Puppet jobs directly within HipChat, monitor and control live running. You can also deploy code straight from Bitbucket to AWS using the Code Deploy tool of your choice. The team will be notified when the updated code is successfully deployed and ticket closed. With these integrations, you can collaborate seamlessly and automate tasks while keeping everyone in the loop and contributing to the next release. Let me show you how some of these integrations can streamline and even automate your DevOps practice. If you're on the QA team, you know how important automating testing is. With marketplace add-ons to Atlassian, it's easy to automatically provide context and rich data to get bugs squashed more quickly. For example, Source Labs has many add-ons that trigger action and provide rich detail. Here you can see how you can create Jira tickets from a test details page and automatically attach screenshots, videos, and logs from a Source Labs test details page. The right people can then view the metadata directly in Jira. It's likely that your test tools are already integrated with Atlassian to improve collaboration and automate what you do manually. Here's another example of how Atlassian helps every member of the team. As an IT team, you know that monitoring tools are critical for maximizing uptime. Atlassian add-ons can help here too. Built by 4850, the real-time Splunk for Jira Service Desk leverages real-time searches in Splunk to trigger incidents in Jira Service Desk that are enriched with detailed operational information and configurable levels of service. This empowers you to close the loop on issues taking place in your environment. View rich visual data analytics on both operational occurrences and the service desk experience associated with it. It also offers integrated alert notifications to HIP chat rooms to keep the right people informed. So customers who have adopted Atlassian for DevOps found their teams to be faster, more reliable, and more independent. And speaking of customers, let's now take a closer look at how Jamf, a leading mid-size enterprise software company, adopted DevOps with Atlassian. Let's watch the video.
Jamf develops both client and server applications to help IT administrators and IT organizations manage Apple devices.
The last couple of years, Jamf has grown exceedingly beyond anyone's expectations.
In the last year alone, we've doubled the size of the engineering team, and that presents some unique challenges and fun opportunities.
We knew we were going to have a very rapidly growing engineering staff in multiple locations, and that's where DevOps started to form.
I wanted things to be as efficient as possible so people weren't wasting their time. Because when we waste our time as a software development company, our customers are suffering because there's something we need to get to them.
Before DevOps happened at Jamf, couldn't really grow as fast as we wanted to or needed to. We mostly had everyone committing to trunk. People were stepping on each other's toes all the time, breaking other people's features.
Through the work of the DevOps team, they have made the Atlassian family of products really our go-to for knowing what's happening within the software engineering organization. When I think of the value that comes from a DevOps culture, and when I look at the Atlassian family of products, for me the big things are automating workflows, minimizing waste, but also then just transparency and how we communicate as an organization.
With the Atlassian toolset, we've been able to dramatically shorten our release process, which means we can get product to customers much more quickly.
We use Jira Service Desk to track requests between organizations, Bamboo to manage builds and a lot of automated test runs, Bitbucket Server for our source code management, and Jira Software to track features and issues. We work more quickly, we build faster, we can work in different directions at the same time, and we stay on the same page.
The Atlassian products foster DevOps culture by bringing teams together and allowing for natural collaboration.
Atlassian is absolutely mission critical for Jamf software.
After adopting Git, Jamf moved to Bitbucket Server for managing their code repository. They added Bamboo for its killer plan branches and branch update features, and Jira Software for issue tracking and its tight integration with Bitbucket and Bamboo. Finally, they added Jira Service Desk for tracking requests. The new implementation builds on Jamf's previous success with Atlassian. Meanwhile, employees across the company use HipChat for streamlined communication and Confluence for knowledge management. By integrating Jira Service Desk with HipChat and Confluence, employees can easily pull up data about hardware assets or quickly access the internal support knowledge base. So to conclude our journey with DevOps and Atlassian so far, remember that it starts with culture, a core ingredient for the successful implementation of DevOps. The Atlassian stack of tools puts teams first, providing a collaboration layer on top of DevOps practices. Our tools help foster a collaborative culture by offering complete visibility from issue to source. Atlassian tools can speed up your releases by automating menial tasks and defining set processes. Atlassian can help accelerate time to resolution with fast feedback loops and the ability to swarm, and help you prioritize when unplanned work arises. Most importantly, Atlassian provides the tools that your software and ops teams want to use. Let's face it, most of the other DevOps tools out there are hard to implement. They just don't work as well with critical DevOps integrations. With Atlassian, you have a toolset that eliminates the walls and silos between customer feedback, ops, IT, and dev and puts all of them on the same platform. Unlike other products that segregate support from dev, we connect these teams. We connect them with something better than email. We allow teams to see each other's boards, comments, issues, and queues. And for those of you wondering, how do you get started with the right tools for DevOps? We have the answer. Introducing the Atlassian Stack, a complete DevOps solution for enterprise that has everything your dev and ops teams need on one platform. With the Stack, you can standardize on a platform that your teams know and love, a platform that makes your teams happy and is easy to adopt, internally and from a purchasing perspective. Teams self-select Atlassian products, which gives teams what they want and keeps them connected. The Stack provides visibility across multiple work streams and helps simplify procurement. The Stack has everything your teams need to get started with DevOps and Atlassian for one simple price. With Atlassian Stack, you get one license of each product listed here. Plus, with the Stack, teams also get Premier Support. Premier Support goes above and beyond our standard offerings to provide account-level support from a team of senior support engineers across all your business-critical Atlassian applications. Premier Support provides first-line response from a dedicated team of senior support engineers who are familiar with your unique environment and development escalation priority. It also ensures faster SLAs and improved responsiveness. You'll also get weekend and phone coverage for warm handoffs and escalations around the world to regional teams. Premier Support from Atlassian also includes a thorough onboarding process. And before I forget, here are just some of the many customers who choose Atlassian for DevOps. So remember, earlier I asked you if you thought there was anything in common between running a restaurant and DevOps. I hope you see now that just like in software and IT, in a kitchen too there are a number of chefs and people in various roles, each with his or her own area of responsibility. For making a dish a true success, it's important to not just have access to the right tools or have the most qualified people, but to instill a culture that makes it easy to collaborate, trust, be transparent, and encourage continuous iterations on the go. So that brings us to the end of our webinar. I hope you enjoyed your journey to DevOps with Atlassian today. Contact your Atlassian solution partner for a personalized demo of Atlassian tools for DevOps, or reach out to them directly for questions. Have a great day.